Republicans have blocked a Senate bill to help veterans. Now, this bill failed to move forward in the Senate, and what it would do, it would have allocated $21 billion for medical education and job training benefits for our veterans that have come back from wars, especially wars in Afghanistan, Iraq, as well as other wars that we have veterans that are still around from that need our help. Now, this would have, like I said, diverted $21 billion for that. But according to the Republicans, that is too much. We can't afford to help our veterans, yet we can afford to give more money for defense contractors and prepare for more war with Iran. Great. Awesome. Now, this had, of course, 54 Democrats that supported it and 2 Republicans. 2 Republicans. And that would be Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas and Dean Heller of Nevada, who were the 2 Republicans that actually cared enough for our veterans to try to increase the funding to help them. So those guys needed a little bit of credit. As for the rest of the Republican Party, you should be ashamed of yourself, especially John McCain. I'm looking at you. Now, Republicans used a procedural vote to block this bill after Bernie Sanders of Vermont actually tried to move this forward. He said, quote, "I personally have to say this honestly, have a hard time understanding how anyone could vote for tax breaks for billionaires, for millionaires, for large corporations, and then say we don't have the resources to protect our veterans." Now, Bernie Sanders, of course, has been very, very good on this issue. He's continued to push forward more funding to help our veterans that continues to get pushed down, crushed by Republican filibusters and other procedural motions basically set out to block this stuff. Now, of course, two dozen different veterans groups supported this, but Republicans said, we want to help you guys, but we want to do it in a way that doesn't spend any more money. Well, that's strange, because you kind of have to spend money, and of course we know for the Republicans, tax increases are out of the question. Now, we can't raise taxes on millionaires and billionaires, as Bernie Sanders said, in order to help our veterans. Oh, we can't do it. We can't reduce money that we give to defense contractors in order to pay for veterans that we've already created through our wars. Can't do it, won't do it, but we do want to help the veterans. Doesn't seem like it now, does it? Now, Jeff Sessions of Alabama says, we're not going to be intimidated on this. We're going to do the right things for the veterans of America. We're going to do the right thing by doing nothing at all. Great plan, Senator Sessions. Great plan. The great plan involves doing absolutely nothing and saying, don't worry, we support the troops. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. It was the vote ended up being 56-41. Of course, in order to not help veterans. It was blocked. It couldn't reach that, couldn't overcome that 60 vote threshold that pretty much every vote in the Senate or every bill in the Senate has to face. No longer do we have the simple majority, which that would have been, had we not had the filibuster rules in place, that would have passed. That would have passed the Senate. It's really, really sad. It's sad how we continue to ignore the problems our veterans face while still using them as a political prop. And to be honest, both parties do use veterans as a political prop, but more so from the Republicans who sit there and like, well, veterans, yes, help our veterans. We love our veterans, yes. But when it comes to actually helping them and keeping them off the street, as a lot of our homeless also happen to be veterans, the Republicans say, nope, not going to do it. It's going to cost us money. Therefore, sorry, no money for you, but here's money for Boeing. Here's money to ExxonMobil. Here's money for Nike. Here's money for Walmart. But when it comes to money for veterans, no money for you. Sorry, we're broke. Can't help you. Sorry. While they plan the next war. The Republican Party is not at all patriotic. They are the opposite of patriots. Their allegiance is to multinational corporations, not our servicemen and women, and certainly not America. Their allegiance is to the almighty dollar.